So this is a little bit of what goes on during a honeybee removal. This particular removal was on a ladder at the end of an eave. I don't know what this section of eave is called, but it's kind of a decorative edge that wraps around the corner of the house. Bees have taken up residence, and I think this colony's a second-year colony from what I recall. And we got into these bees today. It's a bit rainy, barometric pressure was off, so the bees were a little bit ornery to begin with. A lot of them coming at me and flying around, but nothing too much to worry about. They were entering in this top right corner, and they had filled up the whole section here, checking down the front side of the eave to see if they had expanded any. Sometimes in these spaces they can really get a lot of these little chambers filled up very quickly, and it can make removal in these older homes difficult. They have a lot of empty space, and it connects through little passageways, and I've found the longer that they're in these places, the harder they are to remove, the more elaborate the removal becomes, just because of the fact that it's in multiple chambers across the span of these eaves. Now also, like I said, they were mainly contained in this triangular section, although they were in and starting to move up the roof line. They had only just begun building at the bottom of that. And at this point I'm repositioning my ladder, so I had my initial intention was to go in from the side of this, the back side, but I ended up having to go in from the front. And as you can see, I am about 20 to 25 feet up in the air. So we have to reposition all my equipment, my buckets and my ladder, in order to get this in the proper position where I could work off of it. Initially I had thought about doing some scaffold work here, but sometimes scaffold work by myself is more difficult than just working off the ladder. Fortunately, it was a pretty easy space to get to in the driveway, plenty of space to move back and forth, and the client is away on vacation, so no cars in the driveway. Here I'm just repositioning the ladder. This is a 32-foot extension ladder. They weigh in a little over 100 pounds, I believe. It's a fiberglass ladder, which are more heavy than the aluminum ladders, but they're non-conductive. If I go any bigger than this, I'm definitely getting aluminum, just because they are far too heavy to be lugging around. I struggle with this sometimes, moving it around by myself, especially repositioning. It can be quite a task. But now that we got reset out right directly in front of the work, climb back up, reset all my buckets and my vacuum, my electrical supply, and then we'll get into removing these bees. What's up, guys? Craig Mack here, Liberty Bell Beekeeper. So I'm midway in this removal. Took some video of my 360 camera you might have seen on the opening up. And this is what we got. Bees up in this cable end or whatever it's called, and up into the eave a little bit. Not too much at least, but we'll see. I think they might be down this way a bit. Not too much. Looks like most of it's in this main cavity. Haven't found my queen yet, but I've got a beautiful colony. Decent bit of honey coming out of here. Some brood. These bees are not exactly thrilled with me today. We're rainy. Boatload of rain last night. Showers on and off today, so they're a little on edge, but we're settling down as I'm removing them, but that's the way it goes. I'm a protection guy, especially when I'm working 25 feet up the ladder. I wear gloves, I wear a veil. Not because I'm afraid of getting stung. I get stung all the time regardless of this, but I don't need surprises while I'm up the ladder. One up my shirt, down my sleeve, and around my neck. Sometimes it can startle you and I don't want to fall, so I wear protective gear. Beauty. So I went ahead and stuffed a bunch of steel wool, laid it in there with some spray foam, filled it up with some bad insulation and some more spray foam, put it back together and sealed her up. And we had this little lady taking a ride home with me on the dashboard. Hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching.